This move has changed everything for the Boston Celtics, as Kristaps Porziņģis has come off the bench and was that electrifying piece for the team to get control of Game 1 and take the lead in this series. Jaylen Brown was also fantastic on the defensive side, getting some key momentum swings and high-flying dunks. And as this team looks to ride that momentum going into Game 2, we're going to be breaking down how fantastic this Game 1 finish was for this squad. They obviously won 107-89, was in control for most of this game, and the Celtics are now 3 wins away from an NBA championship. We'll be breaking down all of this and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz. First off, before we dive into the stream, I want to say shout out to everybody that came through the live watch along. It was absolutely fantastic tonight. We got record-breaking numbers. Shout out to you guys. And we hit that 4,000 subscriber goal. So shout out to everybody over here on Celtics Digest for hitting that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate you. We hit that goal that we set for the playoffs. But let's dive into the post-game here at hand today. As you guys can see when looking at this team, looking at the team stats, the Celtics offense came ready to play compared to the Dallas Mavericks. The Celtics outshot them 47% to their 41%, 38% to their 25% from three-point range, and 68% to their 63% from the free throw mark, which goes to show you that if the Celtics offense is clicking, is ready to go, nobody is stopping them, regardless how good of a defense pressure is, and that's something I've been preaching through this entire series. Guys like Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going. I don't think Derrick Jones Jr. and P.J. Washington can fully lock them down. And I trust guys in Jrue Holiday and Derrick White locking down Luka and Kyrie, and we saw that to ability tonight. Celtics also out-assisted the Mavericks 23-9, with Luka Doncic having only 1 assist in this entire game, which is absolutely crazy. The Celtics, once again, also, every game that they've out-rebounded an opponent, they have won in the playoffs, and tonight we saw that fantastic offensive rebounding and also fantastic performance play from this team all around from top to bottom. Now, if we want to dive in and kind of look at some of the player performances from looking at the Boston Celtics, like I mentioned, this move has changed the Celtics squad as Porzingis, who had not played since Game 4 of the first round, 5.5 weeks, came back and was ready to go. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I won't cap with you guys. I was a little worried. I was a little nervous going with Kristaps Porziņģis. I wish he could have gotten a little bit of ramp up for this Celtics team in the Eastern Conference Finals, but maybe he was not ready to go. But the Celtics players, and I've preached this on this show multiple times, Derrick White, Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Joe Mazzulla have preached that he's going to seemingly fit right back in, regardless if he's in the starting lineup, regardless if he's coming off the bench, and were they not wrong? Porzingis tonight was absolutely astounding for the Boston Celtics coming off to the bench. 8 for 13 from the field, 50% from the field free, with 6 rebounds, all of them being defensive, 3 total blocks in the game with a plus 13 and 20 points. I want to give my hats off, tip my cap off to a guy in Kristaps Porziņģis and to Brad Stevens, because he has been that difference maker. He is that guy, the lob threat, that vertical threat, that down low threat that the Celtics have needed in years past, and it has finally come to fruition, and it is beautiful to see alongside the stars of Tatum and Brown. Brown also, like I mentioned, played fantastic on the defensive and offensive side tonight. Efficient, 7 for 12 from the field. Struggles with the free throws, shot 50%. Would have liked to see some improvements there. But 6 rebounds, 2 assists with 3 steals and 3 blocks of his own with 22 total points. Once again, Tatum, 18 and 11 rebounds, played fantastic. Not the greatest shooting night for Tatum, but also not getting the foul calls and not being able to get to the lane as effective as possible. Holiday and Horford both shot 50% from the field, nodding 10 and 12 respectively. Derrick White had 15 of his own, 3 for 8 from the three-point line. When we look at the bench, someone that we've been calling out to see, that we've been wanting to see since the first round was Sam Hauser, and tonight he delivered, coming out hitting some big threes and playing some fantastic defense for this Celtics squad. He finished with 2 3-pointers, 3 for 4 from the field with 8 points and 4 rebounds and an assist. Guys like Luke Cornett, Sima Hailuk, O'Shea Brissett, they got some run at the end of the game when it was a blowout. Peyton Pritchard, unfortunately, could not make a shot opportunity for the Celtics, but the rest of the team had him covered. But like I mentioned, in the first quarter, in the first half, it was a little bit close, but then the Celtics at the halfway through the first quarter, really turned up offensively, started working through Kristaps Porziņģis down low in the post and really getting him involved in this offense. And we saw that similarly in the Miami series, and something that we need to get to going to. And I didn't think it would happen immediately in game one. I was a little bit worried, but the fact that it's already happening, this change is telling me that if they continue to do this, might throw the Dallas Mavericks off a little bit of a fence here. It could work for the Boston Celtics, especially with Porzingis still nurturing this injury and still wanting to come back. He gets to work on those mismatches down low in the post, and seemingly did that with guys like Jaden Hardy and Josh Green trying to guard him, with him easily just hitting shots over them. Even Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porziņģis was in his bag from the mid-range, hitting deep threes as well. Absolutely fantastic. For the Boston Celtics in the second quarter, we saw them also really turn up on the offensive side and really get this momentum going, getting the fans involved. And the fans were loud. They were crazy tonight. So I want to give kudos to the fans. If you were at the game, shout out to you, because you were bringing that emotion, bringing that passion for the team to continuing to play to a higher level. So first off, thank you so much for being that crazy, because once again, this team needs that drive, needs that push from the home crowd to take that notch up. Now in the third quarter, we went into halftime up 25. We were feeling a little confident. The Mavs did kind of, bring it back. And guys like Luka Doncic did have some big performances for this squad. But ultimately, no one really else on this Mavericks team could really get it going. Kyrie Irving couldn't get it going, as he was 0 for 5 from three-point range. PJ Washington was 0 for 3 from three-point range. So seemingly, Jaden Hardy in garbage time was their, third highest or second highest scorer. But Derrick Jones Jr. didn't play that great. Derek Lively also had 5 fouls on his own just in the third quarter itself, which is crazy to think the Celtics were abusing that power. And then once he got kind of subbed out, they just started going to the paint, started driving, getting Tatum to go to the rack, getting them involved in working the ball around the perimeter once again. Like Jeff has, been speaking in the chats, pronouncing the Celtics are their best when they're having the ball moving around the perimeter. And we saw that tonight really late in the second half. And then in the third quarter, they went on a little bit of a run to get the lead back up to 20. And in the fourth, it was no question. Halfway through, the Mavericks waved the white flag. It was over, and the Celtics got to put in their bench unit. Get to see guys like Brissett, Svi Mykhailiuk get to kind of finish out the game. And the fans got what they came and deserved. They paid the $700, paid the $1,000 to get those seats, and it was well-deserved tonight, as the Boston Celtics once again won Game 1 here. With the threes raining down, they were able to come out victorious, winning 107-89 and securing the first game of the series. Now, we've seen the Celtics do this multiple times, where they have secured Game 1 in every single series in the playoffs. But the fact that they were able to win this game by a dominant fashion, I think, is fantastic. It gives the Celtics to be able to let the media, let the fans, let the Mavericks players, let the Mavericks fans know that we're not messing around, that this team is different. I've seen the quotes. I've seen the people coming out saying Jayson Tatum needs to be that all-out scorer. Jayson Tatum needs to be all that all-out efficient guy. And tonight, let's be real. For the Boston Celtics, he was probably their third best player offensively. 11 rebounds, 16 points, 5 assists, 3 for 7 from 3, 6 for 16 from the field. Not the most efficient night tonight from Tatum. But once again, he plays that hard defense. He is getting physical. He's getting those rebounds. He's helping and contributing in other ways for the Celtics to succeed. And that's what I want to see with this squad. I don't care if Tatum drops 30 or 35, 40 to win these games. We had seen that in the past. It does not work. We have Porzingis, we have Holiday, we have White. We need to win as a cohesive unit, and that's how we're going to win this championship, is by playing team basketball. That's how the Celtics succeed the most. Let me know how you guys feel down below in the comment section. No comment of the day in this video. I'm sorry. Wanted to get this video out right as way as I could possibly. But drop down how you feel in the comments. We'll have more videos coming out leading up to Game 2. And we'll be live once again in Game 2. So make sure to come through if you enjoyed the last live watch-along, or if you want to come through and enjoy the next live watch-along. Sunday, we will be live once again. I want to say shout out to everybody that tuned into the video. Shout out to everybody who's been hanging out. We got to that 4,000 subscribers. If you enjoy, if you're still at this part of the video, check out the other videos. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. We greatly appreciate it over here on Celtics Digest. Celtics 3 wins away from an NBA championship and a parade, and my insanity will be cured. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. I'm Bruce Veliz. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and go Boston Celtics.